Growing up, my friend Tina's nonna would make the most amazing stuffed squid recipe. She was from Calabria, and this is a recipe I remember so well, so I'm going to share it with you today. I'm just softening some onions and some garlic. Not too much colour. We want them to be soft in lots of olive oil. And into this is going to be the base of the stuffing, I'm going to add some of the squid. So I've got some beautiful squid hoods here. Medium is what we're after. You don't want them to be too big or too small. Now I'm just going to use one of these hoods and one of the gorgeous tentacles to add to the stuffing. So we're just going to cut it into rounds and then dice this up. Now this recipe, because it does bring back so many memories as a child, I had to add it to my most recent book, The Slow Cook, because calamari is one of those seafoods in those cooler months that you can cook in a wintry style dish just like this. Okay, this can go in and we're really just flash frying this. So a big handful, and we'll give that a quick stir, and while that's cooking away we'll add some parsley. Now I'm going to add some parsley to the final dish, but sometimes we waste these gorgeous stalks. So much flavour in these stalks, so I'm going to add them, and I'll just finely chop them, and they can also go in with the squid. And if you cut it really small, it's even better. Okay, this is looking good. We'll just give it a few more moments just for all those flavours to mingle. Now, into a large bowl, we need some binding agent. So 1 egg, I'll just crack that and we'll add that to the bowl. And just use a fork to whisk that. It's going to make it much easier to combine everything, along with some fresh breadcrumbs. I like to use fresh breadcrumbs. And when we say fresh, it's actually stale bread, but you don't want to use the packet stuff. You want to use some good sourdough that you have at home that's about 2 or 3 days old. So we'll start with a few handfuls into there. I'll add the zest of 1 lemon, and it is seafood after all, so a good hit of zingy lemon zest for this recipe. Now for some cheese, so mozzarella, a nice firm style mozzarella like this one. We only need a small amount of it. We're going to cut it into cubes. So about half of this, and then finally dice it. Again, roughly the same size as the squid. So just pile it up and then cut it. Nonna would sometimes add some ricotta to this too. So if you didn't want to use mozzarella, that would be a fantastic substitution. Nice handful in there, into the bowl, along with a big handful of Parmesan cheese. Again, this is not only for a savoury flavour, but it's going to help bind everything together. Now for our filling, I'm just going to lift this and we're just going to pour that straight into the bowl and pop that onto the stove. Now you don't need to clean this up because we're going to use this for the sauce, so it's really a one-pan wonder. We're going to mix this together. It smells so good. We've got a sticky, perfectly bound stuffing. So for the fun part, grab yourself a spoon and with 1 hood at a time, and just do this over the bowl. You want to open it up and then we're going to stuff it. You don't want to overstuff it. You feel like you may want to, but don't, because they may burst as they cook. So once you've filled it enough, and that's looking pretty good, we're going to fasten it with a toothpick just to make sure all that delicious stuffing stays in place. Okay, that's the first one done. I'll keep going with the rest of these. Okay, they're all ready to go, and I've just been preheating the same pan that I made the stuffing in, just a little extra virgin olive oil. You want it to be quite hot because you want to seal these for just a moment to get some colour. And you'll see that they start to puff up and swell, and they just need a quick seal. In they go. And I've also got these gorgeous tentacles. Don't waste them. They're actually my favourite. So they can also go in to flavour the sauce. Now, just with my tongs, I'm just going to turn them over. See how we've got some light colour there? That's what we're after. The texture's just soft and silky as it has that long cook. All right, last one we'll turn over. See how fast that cooks? Now we want to deglaze this pan with some white wine. And as that starts to bubble away, we can add some tomato passata, So just some puree and just give that a little jiggle and just ensure all of those squid hoods are covered in that sauce. Now, if you like a little chili, you can now add some chili flakes, but it's entirely up to you. I need to season the sauce, so some salt, and just because I have a little crack of pepper. I'll also add a few sprigs of parsley. That'll flavour the sauce. And now the lid can go on. And you want to cook this, checking it halfway for about 1 hour or until the squid is tender. Okay, this has been cooking for 1 hour. It smells delightful, and just have a look at this. A thick, rich sauce. I know the squid's super tender now. This is such a delight to cook, and whenever I serve this to my friends, they just love it. Now, before you serve it, do remember to take out that toothpick. It's done its job. Just carefully take that one off, and then onto a plate. I'll just serve one up. And don't forget the tentacles and lots of sauce just over the top. Spread that out. And to freshen this up, just a cheek of lemon on the side. Some fresh parsley. I did reserve that, so just finely chop some of it. Sprinkle that over the top. And you could serve this with pasta or just keep it super simple. Crusty sourdough bread, a piece on the side, and to tie the whole thing together, you've got to have a little extra virgin olive oil just drizzled over the top. That is such a beautiful dish. It's old school Italian. I think Nonna Cristina would be very proud of me.